it is the inability to hold anybody to account for what they've said or what they've done. So it's like, there's comedians who just able to get away with lying or just talking the shit, and they're taken seriously, and then everyone moves on when people find out they were wrong or full of shit, or
Right.
I don't know. There just has to be like, I don't know. I don't feel particularly optimistic about how it shifts, because everyone's so, as you said, like our attention abilities are so fractured that we want to be entertained at all costs. But my hope is that you're able to, like, there's so many podcasters who engage in politics, and I'm like, someday that has to be viewed as lame. It has to be viewed as lame for having the president on your show. And I don't know how that shifts. I really don't. Even as we talk about it, I feel so bleak about it. I just know there's no way we can just accept the mingling of the two. And it's hard because it's advantageous to all the powers that be.
Yep.
It's advantageous to politicians to be cool. Um, I don't know, man. It's pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak. The only thing I can think of is that news organizations have to learn how to package facts in a way that feels rewarding to their audiences.
But they can't.
I think about, like, there's this YouTube account called Elephant Graveyard, and they do like brutal, like almost mini documentaries about comedians, and it's like the way that they are able to, uh, using a lot of media and clips and tightness and narrative, the way they're able to deconstruct Joe Rogan and kind of the ways he can be full of shit is really entertaining. And I think, like, Anne has a lot of factual evidence to back up its point of view. And in a way, I go, like, the news has to figure out a way to engage their audience in a different way, in an exciting way. And the same way Bill Nye the Science Guy had to strive to make science more accessible,
Hmm.
like the news has to do it, because in a way, even the adults are children, and we need, Bill Nye the Science Guy, who's dedicated to bringing facts to the ground, but packaging it in a way that people will enjoy watching.
Well,
And
yeah, go ahead.
and only by proving that they're being fed bullshit by some of these comedians will maybe people go, okay, I'm going to separate my intake again.
Right. I think the problem is, take for example CNN. They will have on a panel on a show, and it is nauseating. But those clips go viral on Twitter or TikTok, and they see it as like, oh, that's our show. It went viral. Clearly it's working. I agree with you that it needs to be like this Bill Nye-ish thing, or it has to be boring. The news has to be somewhat boring because the facts do care. Like, the facts should matter. And in this current environment, all we have is, hey, this dumb idiot said something, and then this other person made him look even dumber for saying the thing, and now let's all talk about this dumb segment that went on. That is not news. It's just like it's a reality show on CNN is what it feels like.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like Jubilee. Jubilee, people
Oh,
love it. And it's that mix where, like, I understand all the problems with it, the kind of false equivalencies it creates. But if you are of the mindset of, oh, we need a more educated uh, population, you need to look at Jubilee and go, okay, what are they doing right? How would I create this in a way that lean towards educating people? And I also think there is a degree where I go, this is like trying to fix things at a level it's too late. Like you need to worry about the education. You need to worry about the education of people in general.
Yeah.
That you can't just, if someone is easily tricked, how are you going to fix it? There's a degree of like, it's like if someone said, "I got your nose," and the person believes them. What are you going to concern yourself with? The person who says, "I got your nose," or the person who fell for it? Like that's sometimes I think where people get so mad at Joe Rogan, and I go like, yeah, but he's just a guy. He's just this like, I don't think he's as disciplined or as evil as people imagine him to be. I think it's the problem is there's so many people that would listen to this, and that's where you need to concern yourself. And I think that has to do with like educating people about how they can be tricked, educating people to be skeptical, educating people to not trust authority, and also to like not trust. So many people go, well, I don't trust authority. I don't trust the mainstream media. And it goes to re-educate them of like, also these, the way that Fox News has been able to convince people that they are somehow not the mainstream media too, the way that podcasters who get more views than CNN, that they're not mainstream media. That's
Right.
where part of the problem is. People go, "Oh, I'm going to the not mainstream people," and it's like re-educating people of like, no, those people are also the mainstream. They are compromised. They are mingling with the rich people out there,
Yes.
and that's a messaging problem. And unfortunately, both no one makes any headway because who are the ones combating Joe? What are they saying? They're like, oh, we need the Joe Rogan of the left. What they're basically saying is, at least the Democratic line is, oh, we need our own person who spreads our party line, which is partially influenced by billionaires of a different ilk. We need our version of that, and that's why the solution isn't on the party level. It's someone who's separated from that, I think.
Mm-hmm.